Even at the peak of its territorial expansion, the Ottoman Empire was on the brink of economic collapse. So how did a mighty empire come to surrender its finances to a commission set up by its creditors, the Ottoman Public Debt Administration, Düyun-u Umumiye? The story begins with the Crimean War between 1853 and 1856. Modern wars were incredibly expensive. When the imperial treasury fell short, the empire resorted to foreign borrowing for the first time in its history. The creditors were the markets of London and Paris. This was the first step into a cycle of dependency. Old debts were paid with new loans. Interest piled up. The core problem was structural. Revenues came from agriculture and customs duties, while expenses consisted of palace expenditures, the military, and debt interest. An inefficient tax collection system kept revenues low. Constant territorial losses shrunk the revenue base. To cover the deficit, the state printed unbacked paper money called kaime, which led to rampant inflation. In 1875, Sultan Abdulaziz declared a moratorium. We cannot even pay the interest on our debts. This sent shockwaves through international finance. The creditors, led by Britain and France, established the Ottoman Public Debt Administration in 1881. This council began directly collecting the empire's most valuable revenue streams: salt, tobacco, stamp taxes, silk, and fishing revenues, and forwarding them to the creditors. The country's economic sovereignty was now gone. The debt administration was, in effect, a state within a state, with its own officials and buildings. This reality became one of the key motivations for the national struggle. Without economic independence, there can be no political independence. The Republic finally managed to completely settle this heavy debt burden only in 1954. The lesson from this story: debt is not a tool, it is a price paid with sovereignty. Spending beyond your means is a risk for individuals, but for states, it is an existential threat. The Ottoman Public Debt Administration was not a finance board. It was the concrete monument to the loss of economic independence.